Hello there and welcome to this wonderful new year, a brand new year edition of Iron Port in the year 2019, in the month of January, the first edition for that matter, and we are coming to you live from the oil jetty in the port of Tema. This program is always proudly brought to you by Ghana Oil Company Limited, also Ghana Community Network Services, GCNet, and West Blue Consulting. Now we are here because we're going to talk about petroleum. Folks, there were a lot of talks about the fuel price hikes in the year 2018, even though there was also significant reduction in the tax for instance, the SPT, the special petroleum tax, for instance, from 17.5% to 13%. So what was the reason why people were complaining about the prices of fuel, and indeed why were the prices of fuel going up in the year 2018? Again, GOIL is also complaining bitterly about the fact that the marine gas tanks that they built in the naval base of 2nd Takoradi, as well as the Takoradi port, they are not getting or harnessing the full potential of those tanks, and that's because it looks like the bunkering activities are not being done onshore, they are being done offshore, and that is even risky for the vessels that are bunkering offshore. When you do that, the pirates can attack you. So why aren't they coming onshore to bunker and using the facilities of Ghana and Ghana Oil Company Limited? All of that we are going to discuss very shortly with the man himself, the CEO of Ghana Oil Company Limited, pretty shortly. In the meantime, though, GOIL has been doing a few things that they feel that you need to know, because GOIL is for country and GOIL is making waves.
The leading oil marketing company in Ghana, GOIL, has commissioned yet another service station at ASHALEY near Adenta in Accra. The ASHALEY GOIL service station is one of the widest in terms of forecourts among all, about 360 GOIL filling stations spread around Ghana. The commissioning of the GOIL service station brings to a total number of 360 active service stations, and the company says more will be coming in the year 2019. Commissioning the project, the group CEO and managing director of GOIL, Patrick AKORLI, lauded Ghanaians for their continued support and patronage of GOIL and its related products. He said GOIL will continue to provide quality fuel and the right quantities to customers anytime they buy from the company.
In a deregulated environment where prices are fixed by oil marketing companies themselves, it is good to support your own. It is good to make sure that the downstream sector of the petroleum industry remains stable. So Ghanaians believe in GOIL not only because we are giving you the highest quality fuel and the standard quantity in the industry, but also we are helping to build the Ghanaian economy.
Clement Jatto said he chose the GOIL brand because it is wholly Ghanaian and provides quality products and services.
I only go for GOIL. It doesn't crank your engine, your engine doesn't make any noise, it doesn't smoke. I think that's why we're going in for GOIL. No adulteration, no addition, no alteration. It's pure energy and good energy. It takes you far.
The Chief Operating Officer of GOIL, Alex Azili, said GOIL has taken steps to automate all its service stations to regulate pricing across the country and also manage its stock efficiently.
With the automation, whilst others, when it comes to price change, will take some number of days to change their prices, you will realize that with a click of a button, GOIL's prices all over change at a particular point in time. And it is one of the service that we are giving to the general public to ensure that when the price of the fuel at a particular station will not be different from another at a different station.
He said GOIL is environmentally conscious and as such taking steps to ensure that its operations do not pollute the environment.
This year on Iron Port, and a petroleum note, and we talked about GOIL just opening the 360th filling station at somewhere around ASHALEY there. But GOIL says that, you know, they have a lot under their sleeves for you as a Ghanaian, and if we can all rally around GOIL, there's a lot to come. I talked about some of the potentials. For instance, these certain pricing standards for fuel in this country and all of that. We engaged the CEO of GOIL to analyze the outlook of the petroleum industry in 2018 and look at the projections in this year 2019 and the years to come. We have been hearing and seeing a lot of things that's gone on in the past 2018. Awards here, awards there, the Club 100, #2 Company of the Year and all of that. Talk to us about 2018 for GOIL.
Well, 2018, I must say, for the downstream industry in particular, we started the year with a lot of challenges. You know, illegal fuel that was entering the system.
Yeah.
People were trying to avoid the tax. So
so that was the reason.
That was the reason, because of the tax component. If you are able to bring it off the normal system and it's not captured, that means that you can sell below the others.
I see.
Because of the tax component, you have the special petroleum tax, you have ESLA and all other things in there. So people were just trying to avoid the tax.
It means that it's also admitted that you have been overburdened by the tax.
Oh,
would you say so? The taxes are too much?
I wouldn't say the taxes are too much. Those taxes were there since December 2015, and when the new government came, he tried to reduce them, especially the SPT, which was 17.5%, is now been fixed. I think at 46 pesos.
So that's a reduction.
That's a reduction, but otherwise it would have been much higher than that. Government needs the tax revenue to develop the country. So we collect the taxes on behalf of the government. So those who were bringing it illegally, they were more or less cheating both the oil marketing companies that were doing the genuine business
and paying the taxes
and the government in general. So, but by the second half of the year, I must say NPA did very well. Mr. Tampuli, he did very well.
That's the CEO of NPA.
The CEO of NPA. And so, it's been reduced, not totally eliminated, but it's gone down considerably. I'm
sure that beyond the smuggling and the illegalities that happened, there could have been other challenges as well. Do you recall it?
Yeah. The other one that came in was the rising prices, petroleum prices. No, when petroleum prices are going up, people erroneously think that it is the OMCs that are making money. Okay. On the contrary, no. The more petroleum prices go up, the less we make.
I see.
Yeah, because the main driving forces were the international market. Petroleum is an international product, and then the exchange rate, which means that you must look for more cedis to buy the product, and then the margins remain constant in an inflationary environment. So we were really losing when the prices were going up. But we needed to match it, because otherwise you'll be out of business. If you don't increase the price, how are you going to buy to sell? It's like you are selling the market, the wholesale cost is going up. There is no way a retailer will say, I will reduce my price. So it was a big challenge. But luckily, from October going, started getting stable. Because we have a lot of taxes, not only the government one. We have the local levy taxes, we have licenses, fees.
All those factors are there. Yeah.
And they were all going up. So the OMCs were suffering. Honestly, out of over 100 OMCs, we now have less than 40 active. A lot of them are down.
See.
Businesses, and these are indigenous people.
You're saying that all these things happened within 2018?
The signs started appearing 2017, 2018. So a lot of them are selling out.
I see, from about 100 OMCs. Now left with about 40 OMCs.
Those active ones, although you still have them on paper, but those who are really active. We reckon they are just about 40. GOIL has become something like a benchmark, a reference point in the pricing. So anytime we come with a price, somebody decides that there are some majors in the country who say that, well, match GOIL. Whatever the price is, make sure that you match GOIL. Others also say be 2 pesos below GOIL, 3 pesos below GOIL, without taking into account their individual variable costs. GOIL will sit down every Friday. We meet, looking at all the issues. You know, we are registered on the plat. We do our forecast. We review. There's a technical committee that meets every Friday. I see. From 8 to 11, analyzing things before coming out with pricing. So if you sit down
and you just
as an all marketing
decide
company,
that you can drop your price just because GOIL has dropped.
Because GOIL has dropped, you may even be running at a loss, and some will not even know until one day the banks tell them that you are owing so much. Your business. So people are beginning to sell, and sometimes they get annoyed with GOIL that GOIL is in that.
You are setting a bar that they can't match.
But then we just trying to make sure that there is stability in the downstream industry. We are in a deregulated environment, which means that government no longer sets the price of petroleum. So if you don't have a player, a major player, doing the right thing as a benchmark, as a reference mark, then we are finished. You see, people are not even aware that from July 2015, government no longer
stopped regulating the pricing.
But luckily for us as an economy, GOIL stepped in, and GOIL has been playing that role. I see. Otherwise, you see a lot of things. Not necessarily
regulating, but you set the benchmark, and then others play
along it. So it brings a kind of stability onto the market.
And you've been doing this for the past 3 years.
For the past 3 years. Luckily, we have a BDC, Go Energy. So at times, as a CEO, I just tell BDC, zero your margins, just to make sure that things are stable. You see, so
that's a big decision that you are taking.
Yes, it's a decision huge one in the interest of the economy,
and it affects the entire national economy, because once you say that let's drop fuel, and everything we do around us as a country relies on the fuel pricing and all of that we deal with.
What else can we do as a major local company? You see, if the economy is not running well, it affects we the indigenous first. Everybody suffers, and fuel is so important. So we see ourselves as a company, playing a stabilizing role. It will not be in our interest to begin making super profits, abnormal profits, when the rest of the economy is when it goes down, it will go down with us. So we try to explain to other stakeholders, our stakeholders, that, well, these are not good times. Everybody needs to sacrifice a little. And one thing that's going well in the deregulated environment is the competition. We have multinationals in here, 3 strong ones. So to be competing with these strong multinationals, some of them are vertically integrated. They are traders, they bought BDCs, and they are OMC, vertically integrated. So to be competing with these big guns, then you must make sure that you keep your eyes always on the ball. And I tell people that a little disturbance will destroy the whole thing. And I personally wouldn't want multinationals to come and redominate the downstream industry. That has been my clarion call all these years.
Unfortunately, you have succeeded in maintaining that level by leading the marketing.
We've been leading for the past 3-4 years. And then it depends on what happens in the future. You see, we have not yet arrived. If you are competing with big guns, but we don't have any further anywhere. So we sit down every Tuesday. There is a management meeting every Tuesday from 8 o'clock to 7. Sometimes we come and meet us here, and everybody accounts. Every departmental head accounts for all the activities within the week. Peer review. The MD is just the first among equals. I have a very strong team, very strong and dedicated team. So we peer review, draw our plans for the following week, and then on Friday there's a technical committee meeting. You know, so it is not that easy. But
so there's a lot of hard work going on among the management and staff that's making GOIL move in this particular direction, which we have all prayed and continue to pray that you continue to still have that strong management and staff team working for us. But recently, though, there was one good news that I had. When I heard it, I was pleased that you are partnering with ExxonMobil. I know that Exxon is very international and also huge when it comes to the industry. To what extent does that position you?
I must say is great news. And
the partnership.
That is the greatest news 2018 brought to GOIL.
I see.
And we are ever grateful to the dynamic energy minister and then the president of the republic.
They played significant roles.
They play roles, significant. Because why? Although ExxonMobil came to do their due diligence, for them to have agreed that ExxonMobil should partner us, it's like allowing us to play with the big guys.
Yeah.
So I know GOIL has a future.
Yeah.
Because if for nothing at all, the training, because we signed agreements with them, the training agreement alone, there will be a lot of staff will be exposed to upstream business.
Yeah.
So, you know, in future, GOIL on its own can pick a block and decide to become a
giant in the upstream as well.
You know, there's a beginning for everything.
Everything. That's even what I would want to know next, because the downstream, it seems you are on top. The upstream, have you been doing something there already?
You know, I think some 8 years ago we were going to partner ENI.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but somehow, you know, we lost it out. It's always been a dream since the days of Mr. Ajimadia, my predecessor. It's been a dream. Once Ghana has found oil, Ghana Oil Company should also be there. Yeah. You know, we should start from somewhere. Yeah. So it's a good.
Well, you've been able to take the brand of GOIL to a certain level as well. Number of awards that have come up: the CIMG, the Marketing Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana, the Club 100. You are listed on the stock exchange and all of that. How do you position this? Because I know that you will never be in this GOIL seat forever. Definitely one day somebody will pick it up. And in the interest of country, we always want to know the trick, so that even if Mr. AKORLI is not there, Ghana can still continue to move. GOIL will move for a better future. What's the trick? How are you doing it?
I came to GOIL in 1994.
Long time.
That's a long time. People don't know. People just thought, oh, AKORLI just came, you know, recently. No, AKORLI has been around. I've been the chief internal auditor. I held so many positions.
Yeah.
Controller of accounts, treasurer, chief internal auditor, finance
internally
manager.
Groomed.
So yes. There is no aspect of GOIL. So when the mantle fell on me, it's like at least I knew exactly where we needed to refix, retool, and other things. And then luckily for me, I have a very good team too. And mind you, those people are all GOIL trained. And in GOIL we have 82 engineers of different shapes and types. So as far as the internal knowledge is concerned, we have it.
You have it.
And then I'm a team player. I always regard myself as I can never be a president. I will always prefer being a prime minister. First among equals. Yeah. And luckily, the boards that we've had have also been very supportive. The previous board and then the current board. So I don't know. Maybe some lacks here and there.
God is also on your side.
God is also on my side. But my accounting background too has helped me. I must be frank with you, because I think a lot of decisions that people take without taking into account the cost-benefit analysis. Every decision, cost-benefit. What is the cost involved?
Yeah.
What's
the benefit also?
The benefit. Because at the end of the day, you must create wealth for the shareholder. You must grow the company.
The other thing of very significant notice is also your contribution to the system, institutions in the country. Now I know that GOIL, you do a lot for the military, the police, and some of these state institutions. You are into the aviation industry, providing fuel for local airlines and all of that. How are you sustaining that side as well?
That's why it is important that we are supported by the purchasing power of the people.
Yeah.
It is very important that we give back to society, because that's why we keep on saying that GOIL is our own. As much as we want to operate as a profitable company, for the shareholders to get their due, you must also know that you are living within a certain environment. That is why you are called a local company. Otherwise, why are we agitating for local companies to grow? Local companies are there to make sure that things, are done not only with profitability in mind, but with sustainability, profit in a sustainable environment. Yeah. That has been our current call. Yeah. Profit in a sustainable environment. So all key institutions, if it's military, we are very, friendly with them, with the police, with others. Where would the police be? They can, but they pay. Eventually, they pay. I always tell people that if the police were owing me, it's better than individuals owing.
What about your commitment to the country's purse? How well have you been doing?
We contribute a lot. Petroleum taxes, corporate taxes, withholding tax. In fact, GOIL has been a major player in the tax economy. So we do a lot of. In fact, last 2 years we 2017 we were awarded as the best tax payer in the country.
What are some of the future projects you have in mind as well? Because I know you recently, I think a year ago, you launched the marine gas oil tanks in the port of Takoradi, for instance, and there's also some gas tanks that you have in Tema, the one at the naval base in Takoradi, and then you have some bunkering plans also coming up.
Well, let's start from Takoradi's secondary enclave. Yes, it is true, we have done something with the Navy there. But then we put up another 14 million liter.
Yeah.
I'm talking about liters.
Yes.
Million liter facility.
The
Takoradi Harbour itself. All these things are to help ships come and do their bunkering on shore. I must say that today I'm not too happy because a lot of the ships are not anchoring to do their bunkering there. Although along the west coast, not this country, along the west coast, our facility over there is one of the best, if not the best.
I see.
But why would some of them not want to come and do it over there? If you do it import, it means you must pay the taxes to the government. So a lot of them prefer doing things offshore. And they try to take it outside our Ghanaian waters, using all kinds of laws and other things. And in so doing, the country loses a lot of revenue.
How can you be facilitated to ensure that some of these bunkering activities are done on shore?
Well, it's a collaborative effort. The Ministry of Energy, Minister of Finance,
and then maybe transport, because
transport. Everybody should be involved. People should just understand it.
What policies do you think should be made immediately so that you can start enjoying? Should we stop people from bunkering offshore, which I think it is? How can we push people down there?
Let's make sure that these things are done locally to generate a lot of activity for the local economy. In any case, if it's being done on shore, somebody will be there to push the hose, somebody will be there to do something, somebody will be there, and then it generates a lot of economic activity apart from the taxes. Because we go to International Bunkering Week, every year. There's the bunkering week, we go outside. And then they say that it's only in West Africa that about 60-70% of this business is done offshore.
I see.
In most countries, it's done offshore because it is even protected, and then make sure that safety standards, everything are adhered to. If you are doing offshore,
pirates can even attack you.
Pirates can attack. It's so risky.
Beyond that, there was also an issue of bitumen project that you had coming up. Is it still?
In fact, it's on board. I'm very sure this January the sword will be cut. We delayed a little because there's been a change in technology. We just want to make sure that we don't put up the facility. It's quite expensive. And then tomorrow they will tell us that, oh, the type of the bitumen specs that is supposed to be used on our roads has changed. So it kept, people kept changing the, the specs. Oh, this is the right one. This is the right one. And you must get these things right. Otherwise, you put up a white elephant.
Yeah.
But now we are very sure that we have the assurance from Ministry of Roads, the right specs and everything. So we are cutting the salt this January, and within 18 months, the facility will be ready.
This very January, you are cutting salt for the
this very January.
I see.
Because we've done all the groundwork, the drawings, everything is ready. The tendering process has been completed. We are just ready to go.
And then it's supposed to be completed by when?
Within 18 months.
We can only wish you well as you move on. But what future do we see for GOIL? From where you sit and what you can project?
Most often, I've seen so many companies with potential dying off. One thing that appears to be the problem is management. Management is so key, so fundamental. Because as my wife, it affects me, even my family. Is GOIL your baby? I mean, I dream, I wake up, everything's about no personal anything. For the past 7, I mean, even more than 7 years, 10 years, it is all about GOIL. It's like a commitment
to ensure that this industry that has been kept in your hands, you make sure you take it up there
to a different level. We pass through a lot of things. You will not forget about June 3rd.
Yeah.
For a company to have risen out of it, GOIL, I see it as a company with a potential. If somebody tells me that GOIL has arrived, I'll tell you no, because we had plans to go to West Africa, and we had plans to branch into other things. Look, today we have about 360 service stations scattered all over the country. It's likely to go to about 400. Do you know what that means? That's land space available to do a lot of things. Every nook and cranny of this country, you find GOIL. It's a potential. And we have plans. We know what we want to use them for. Those things are in the strategic plan. And some, I'm very sure, will start off this year.
What about support from policy? Because assume, for instance, national policy doesn't go the line of GOIL. Is it not possible that you can equally be overtaken by multinationals who are competing with you?
That is why I continue to pray. One thing that has been sustaining us to some extent is the listing. Maybe if those companies
on the stock exchange.
were listed on the stock exchange, people may take a second look at certain things. Getting listed on the stock exchange, it's one of the best things that ever happened to GOIL.
What difference does that make, though?
Oh, one, accountability. Where you are demanded, the law demands that every 3 months you must account for whatever you have done. So if you are making losses, you cannot hide it for 1 year, 2 years before somebody, hey, look, they have made so much. No. So people are always analyzing your performance independently.
And he also pushes you internally to work harder.
Exactly, it pushes you. Hey, I'm going to report to the stock exchange at the end of the quarter. What have you done? Have you achieved our targets? What is happening here? What is happening? So it keeps everybody on his toes. If only you want to do the right thing. So getting listed on the stock exchange is one advantage.
Finally, what then would you say to your external stakeholders, your internal stakeholders as well, those in GOIL and those outside?
I just want to tell them that they should continue to believe in GOIL, because home is home. And then we also want to assure them it's partnership. We will not cheat them, not over our watch. In fact, the board, the GOIL board, led by Honorable Kwamina Battles, they are so committed, making sure that we do the right things here. So we will not disappoint our stakeholders.
So that's the Group Chief Executive Officer of Ghana Oil Company Limited, Mr. Patrick AKORLI, explaining to us what the outlook has been when it comes to the petroleum industry in the year 2018, what the future looks like as we hit this year 2019. People, not just the filling station that GOIL was able to commission in the year 2018. They did a number of things, including making them the #2 listed company by the Ghana Club 100, also winning a lot of awards and accolades. It's important to bring that to you to know how well an indigenous Ghanaian company is doing.
The year 2018 was a momentous one for the leading oil marketing company in Ghana, GOIL. GOIL launched a mouth-watering promotion dubbed Efienifie to reward its cherished customers for their unflinching support. GOIL backed the promotion with action and presented rewards to 720 customers who accrued the highest points in the first month of its Efienifie promotion. In all, over 20 customers who accrued the highest points for the month were rewarded with 1,000 cedis worth of fuel on the Go card, while 100 customers had 500 cedis worth of fuel on the Go card. 300 other customers benefited from 300 cedis worth of fuel, among others. GOIL also hosted the 2018 Maritime Week Africa, organized by Petrosports, where the former Minister for Energy, Boakye Chemantine Jako, touted Ghana as a destination of choice for bunkering activities in West Africa. In 2018, GOIL held its 49th annual general meeting in Accra, where an independent auditor, Frederick Bustego, on behalf of PKF Chartered Accountants, who audited in the GOIL 2017 accounts, affirmed that the company kept proper books of accounts. The company also launched the Bulk Transporters Driving Manual to guide drivers of petroleum products on safety mechanisms. GOIL trained Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority fuel attendants on how to receive and discharge fuel in their stock. One major milestone the company achieved in 2018 is when GOIL signed a joint operating agreement with multinational oil exploration firm ExxonMobil for deepwater Cape 3 Point area oil exploration. The agreement between GOIL and ExxonMobil followed the completion of an elaborate and rigorous due diligence done by ExxonMobil for a local partner. GOIL also commissioned some service stations across the country, raising total number of GOIL filling stations from a little over 300 at the beginning of 2018 to exactly 360 by the end of the year 2018. Service stations in Dakuman, Amasaman, Achimota, among others, were commissioned in Accra, while in Kumasi and other zones, several stations were opened. GOIL also obtained several awards in 2018 for its immense contribution to the development of the petroleum sector. GOIL was awarded the CIMG Petroleum Company of the Year in 2018, a feat the company had chalked for 3 consecutive years. GOIL was adjudged the #2 on the list of the Ghana Club 100, making it the second best company in the country. Also at the Ghana Energy Awards, GOIL was adjudged Energy Company of the Year, Petroleum category.
So in this year 2019, GOIL says when you turn and look at the ports of Tema, for instance, there's going to be a bitumen plant that's going to be launched in this month of January right here at the port of Tema, and it's going to begin to provide bitumen for the construction of our roads in this country. We can only wish GOIL the best in the year 2019, plus many more to come, and say congratulations to their leadership. Iron Port returns after the break.
Here's innovation from GOIL that takes you further. New GOIL Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and GOIL has innovated to stay ahead. Expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New GOIL Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. GOIL. Good energy.
Next up, schedules of vessels that are sitting on the seas, like that oil vessel there. Those that are at anchorage where that vessel is going, those also expected in the coming week, plus the Bank of Ghana exchange rates are all next on your screens. So that's it for this first edition of Eye on Port in the year 2019, the first in the month of January as well. We thank you for watching the program. Also, we have to say a great thank you to all our sponsors who continue to back us. GOIL being one of the major sponsors as well. West Blue Consulting, Ghana Community Network Services, BNFT, Business and Financial Times, and also all of you who continue to make the program possible, particularly our executive producers of the program, Madam Abna Sewa Opokufosu and Madam Esther Jebidonko. Thanks for watching.